don't know exactly when I got saved, but I know when I became a disciple. And that was in 1973, where I found a church and I found a pastor. And I began to partner with men and women to attempt to build a living church, to create something that had the capacity to change the world. We've pastored, I think it's 6 churches since then, written a dozen books, traveled to over 20 nations, and preached conferences all over the world. When I started, probably the greatest impact of my life were the books that I wrote. We Can Take the Land would lead to hundreds of churches being planted, and a couple of histories of movements would be used to change men's lives and make it feasible that anybody can do what we're talking about. And that's kind of my message to the anybodies and the everyones, that God wants to use you, and there's just some simple but profound steps that can set your life on the course that God has for it. Me and Tony Contreras are partnering together with social media. This is the new book. This is the new way of connecting to a generation. And so we're going to be offering just 3-minute shots on being a disciple, small churches, how to build healthy churches, whatever kind of comes to mind, because we that are Christians, that's our goal. That maybe I'm never going to be a pastor, but I still want to be part of a healthy church. I still want my life to count to the greatest degree that it can. And we want to see how God can use this little communication to build healthy and dynamic Christians. In 1973, I finally fully surrendered. But I think probably the greatest thing that happened to me is I found a movement that was built on discipleship. I found a pastor that wanted to push me to the greatest ability that I could go. It's both been horrible and wonderful all at the same time. And that's what life is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be this just easy thing. It's supposed to be us being tested and tried and given an opportunity to do everything that we can for Jesus Christ. And I discovered my life was too important to waste. And that's your life too. Let me just give you 2 little secrets to what this is all about. Start to listen. Hear God. Hear God speak to you. See if He doesn't tell you to listen to these podcasts and to begin to put into implementation. And here's probably the greatest thing: find a task and make it yours. Something that you can do for God and for your own growth and development.